Hey y'all, welcome back to the zone. I'm Shady. Glad you're here. About a year or so ago, I did a little video on a super candle made out of a tuna fish can. And when I did the video, I just showed the end product, what it was, and how it was working and stuff. And I said that I'd come back and actually do a video on how to do this. So today is the day that we're going to do that. So, um, to make this candle, you're going to need three main things. First thing you're going to need is going to be just a regular plain tuna can. Of course, cut the top of it off and get all the tuna out of it. The second thing you're going to need is candle wax. Now, I bought 4.5 pounds of candle wax at Hobby Lobby yesterday for $14.95, something like that. But you do want to use this kind of wax. The first one that I did, I actually used a literal candle and I melted it down and used that. And I found out that that burns just a little bit dirty. If you get that kind of wax, it's going to be a lot better. And the third thing you need is cardboard cut into strips, about an inch or so wide, enough to where it fills up the tuna can. I'll show you that in a minute. But what you want to do is after you get your cardboard cut up into strips, is you want to roll it, okay? And two, try to use this kind of cardboard. See those little perforations in there? That helps soak up the wax. You don't want to use the plastic coated cardboard because that's going to burn really, really dirty. You're going to get a lot of black smoke out of that. So you roll it up, get it as tight as you can. Then you're going to roll it the opposite way. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep working this until it gets pliable, almost like paper. You want to have that sort of flexibility to where you're almost working with paper, but it still kind of will expand a little bit when you put it in the can. Now, I've already got the can that I showed you. I've already got it started. Okay, and you can see where I've got the outside layer of the cardboard going here. Now what you want to do is after you get your cardboard to where it's fairly pliable, go in, wrap it as tight as you can. Okay, the further in you get, the more you do, the tighter you want to get this. Because what I'm going to do now is after I've got this wrapped up really tight like this, is I'm going to set it right in the middle of the can, just like that. And you see how it popped out? That's exactly what you want it to do. Now you're going to kind of take your fingers and you're going to work this out. Because you want to get this kind of tight. Okay? You don't want to get it super tight, or if you do, it won't, the wax won't absorb into it as good. That's what those little perforations are for, so the wax can actually get down inside of the cardboard. And you're just going to keep doing that layer after layer after layer after layer until you completely fill this tuna can up with cardboard. And like I said, work it outward like so. And the funny thing about this is right about the time you think you're done, you're going to start working it out and you're going to say, oh, I need more cardboard. So always try to have plenty of cardboard strips already cut. That way you don't run out in the middle of it. I don't particularly like this paper that's taped onto the outside of it either, because that might make it a little dirty too, but we'll see. So what you do is after you get this all worked in here, see how I'm turning that counterclockwise? That's spreading it out. Ta-da! I've got yet another hole in there. So, another piece of cardboard. Get it a little bit tighter this time. And then put it in like so. Now, you don't want to get this really, really too tight on the outside. There's a middle ground that you're going to find. And with it being raised up a little bit like that, that's just fine. Excuse me. Work it out like that, okay? And there you go. Basically, that's it. That is basically the wick of your candle. Now, what I've been doing while this is all prepping, and well, while I've been doing this is I've been prepping the wax. Put your wax in a nice container and then put it in boiling water or hot water. You want to melt it gradually. Take your time. You don't want to burn the wax, and that's why you use like a double boiler system with it like that, so it doesn't burn the wax. It just melts it real nice. Now, after you get it out and you get it really nice and liquefied, you're going to pour very slowly. Make sure to wear something like a glove or an oven mitt or something. You're going to pour that real slowly onto that cardboard. Okay? And you want to get it all the way out to the edges. Don't put too much wax in it, because these things are a little bit hard to light as it is. So once you get it like that and you get your cardboard good and soaked, you're going to take this and you're going to put it in the refrigerator for an hour, maybe even longer, because you don't want this wax wet. You want it nice and dry and cold. Okay. When you get it done, and I just happen to have one that I've had sitting in the refrigerator for a while, it's going to look something like that. Now, I started burning this one just to test it out. The one drawback about these things are they are a little bit hard to light. So a trick that I use is, while I'm doing this, I take a little cotton ball and I dip that down in my wax, my melted wax. I'm going to put it right here. That's going to serve as a wick for it. And it will actually help it light easier. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set this puppy on fire. And like I said, it may take it a little bit to light. That is one of the only drawbacks to this thing, is it might take it a little while to light. But once it gets going, if you saw the other video, this candle will actually last from anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. It's long enough to cook a meal. If you can put it inside of a little camp oven, a little stick oven, it will actually last long enough to where you can boil water, you can cook a meal up, whatever you want to do. And another thing for it, there it goes, flame's starting to go. It should catch pretty easy now. Another thing that you can use this for is it actually works really well in a small area as a heat source. A couple hours worth of heat can save your life if it's really cold outside. I don't suggest that you actually put this in a tent or anything, but yeah, because I tried to put a little gas heater, a little propane heater in a tent one time, and let's just say that didn't work out real well for me. So you don't want to like put an open flame like this inside of a tent. But if you're in a small area, a small room or something like that, once this thing gets going, it's also a really good heat source. It'll keep you warm for a little while anyway. Now I'm going to mess with this, and I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to mess with this just to see if the candle itself is going, which I don't think it is yet. Another good thing with this cotton ball and the wax, which I'm going to do in another video, is if you take cotton ball, you can take a cotton ball, you can take dryer lint, whatever you want to do, and you take Vaseline and put on it, it will catch on fire just almost instantaneously. And once it catches on fire, just like this, it will burn for a minute. It's great for starting fires. It's great for getting your campfire going, especially if it's windy or anything. Even this, with the just with the wax and the cotton ball, I can fan it, I can blow on it, and it's not going out. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you get this cardboard in here started to burning. And if you put too much wax, like I said a while ago, you put too much wax, it can actually hinder the cardboard from catching on fire, which will pretty much make your candle inoperative. So we're going to give it just another minute or so. I've already went a little bit over what I wanted to go in this video anyway, but I want I want you to see it catching everything and get it going real good before I end it. Another thing that you might want to consider doing is keeping your tuna can, keeping the top to your tuna can. That way you have something, because this will not, once this thing gets going, it is very, very hard to blow it out. You're going to want to cap it with something. You can take a pair of pliers, off of your, out of your pack or whatever, and set that down on top of it and extinguish the flame. That looks like it might just be caught, or at least it's getting there. You could actually go ahead and put this inside of your stove or whatever that you got, and go ahead and start cooking it like this, because this is going to catch here in just a minute. Actually, it looks like right here around the edges it's starting to go now. And once it starts, like I said, this thing will last anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. It puts off a really good flame. And as you can see, and I know this is just the wax and the cotton ball burning right now for the most part, but it is catching the candle on fire. As you can see, this is a pretty clean flame. The last time I did it, I had a lot of black smoke rolling off of it, and that was because I did not use, I used candle wax, but I melted a candle instead of just buying candle wax to do it. So it came out with a really sooty, like black smoke to it. But there it goes. That is officially on fire now. Okay, and look at that flame. Like I said, it's very easy to do. It's very inexpensive. You're going to have tuna anyway most of the time. At least I eat a lot of tuna just regularly. If you're prepping and you're stocking up tuna, then you're going to have spare tuna cans. Cardboard's fairly easy to find. So all in all, this is a really, really good little trick that you can use to keep yourself warm, to cook a meal, whatever you need. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, because this is going awesomely now. I appreciate it. Like I've said before, your likes and stuff like that, your rumbles on Rumble really, really mean a lot to me. Look up top, that subscribe button up there, hit that. Go down to the bottom, look down there, there's a little button down there that says Rumble. Hit the plus side on that. There's comments. You can share the video, and I'd really appreciate that. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot more on Facebook much longer. It's just not working out that much. If you haven't noticed by now, there's a lot of haters on Facebook. There's a lot of people out there that just wait for an excuse to make fun about stuff, or to cut people down, whatever they're doing, even though they're trying to do things like this to help you out. So, now like I was saying a while ago, and I'll end this video here in just a second, but like I was saying a while ago, that is really going good now. You see there? And all it took was that little cotton ball with a little bit of wax on it to get it started. And you have got a heat source that will last you up to 2 hours. Like I said, to put it out, you're going to want to snuff it out. Okay, there goes some smoke coming off of it. I just used the bottom of the boiler to do it. Next time that you light it, it won't be as difficult, because it's already primed and broke in. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to rumble. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all next time. God bless. Take care.